welcome to my channel. My name is Elle, and on this channel I talk about music and everything I learned in my life journey as a musician. In this video, I'm going to talk about something a little different than my usual content because it's not gonna be related to music. But I intended this channel to be about music and everything I learned in my life journey as a musician. I want to start incorporating some of my personal side as well. So today, we are going to plan the month of June together. A fun fact about me is that I'm an avid planner. In the Enneagram type, which is a personality type test like MBTI, I am type 3. And one of the essential qualities of type 3 is that we intuitively know our long-term visions and every detailed steps that will take us get there. So I'm a natural born planner. But it wasn't until only a few years back that I started to use planner and implement planning in my life. A few years ago, I was reflecting back on my life, specifically the year that was most fruitful in my life, which was when I was 13 years old. And I could pinpoint only two major differences that that year had. Number one was that my mom was diagnosed with a cancer, and number two was that I used a planner for the first time in my life because the teacher that I had that year forced everyone in her class to use the planner. And at the time, I was very unhappy and resentful about writing the planner because I attended an all-girls middle school, and with this assignment, everyone jumped into the planner decoration competition, and I thought it was a total waste of time and energy away from my studying time. And I'm not really born with artistic talent with drawing and coloring and things like that. So I was very careless about decorating the planner, and the teacher punished me for that, and it really upset me because it wasn't a priority in life for me. But in retrospective, I think it helped me a lot to stay grounded and focused in my studies and in my school and just in life in general, even in the midst of my mom going through the cancer and my family going through that process together. So after realizing that, I started to use planner every day, and it's been a great habit and journey to ground myself into. And if you're watching this video and you're not using planner, or if you're not consciously planning out your days and time, I encourage you to join this journey so that you can manage your time and energy more consciously. But before we dive into the planning, let's review the previous month. So here are some questions that you can ponder about and answer. Feel free to pause this video and write it down. I can share some of my answers with you guys. So for the highlights, I wrote down noticing the value of structure and routine in my life, and having great conversations and connections with new people at Clubhouse. And if you are on Clubhouse, feel free to add me. You can look up Elle, and the nickname is Tinker Elle, I believe. And I host a weekly club as well, so you can connect with me there. And the lessons I learned are that I should be careful about oversharing my truth, because not everyone can truly understand what I mean. And when I don't have a discernment about how much to share, especially if it's a general public or if it's with people that I'm not really familiar with, then I'm just setting myself up for misunderstanding and judgment. And to extend from that, I learned that I'm not for everyone, and that is great. That's okay. And the most important lesson that I learned is that self-love is the key. and I am proud of opening up to and connecting with some great new people that I am very excited to nurture those relationships into great friendship. Also, I ran a beta version group for the project that I've been working on, and it took a big courage from me, so I'm very proud of me completing it. And after realizing the value of structure and routine in my life, I immediately established a new structure in my life. They were not successful all the time, but at least I established them, so I'm very proud of that. And I think that's it. Yeah, and I wrote down that I am very proud of my tenacity. To me, peace means being grounded, love, abundance, accountability, connection, consciousness, and freedom. Play means experience, expansion, refreshing, excitement, new, beautiful, safe, and meeting my desires. Now let's plan for the new month. I talked about this in my video called Mindful Practice. I'm a firm believer in intention setting instead of goal setting. I believe that intention setting sets us up for growth, whereas goal setting sets us up for failure. So for the next month, what are your intentions? Let's write down some of your intentions for this month. And then you can write down your action plans for each intention. And once you figured out your action plans, you can assign some routine or structure for each of them so that they can become habits in your life. You can pause this video and write them down now. So some of my intentions for June are finding healthy balance between my feminine energy and masculine energy, meaning finding the balance between my natural tendency of being creative, being free, and the new routine and the structure that I established last month. Another intention is expanding myself in the pop culture and owning my identity as a musician, and being more present on social media and online. So for my action plans are honoring and following through my planner every day as much as possible, and watching famous movies every weekend, and then proactively working on music projects that I've been putting off. Last one is getting back into the routine of making YouTube video, Instagram post, and then exploring TikTok. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me at tinkerelle_world, and I share my daily life and piano playing and some other fun things. So make sure you follow me there. And I'd love to hear about your plans and life, so feel free to share them with me in the comment below. And before closing this video, I want to mention that this video was inspired by Plan With Me video by Lavendaire. I'll put the link of her video. She is a motivation and self-development figure, very popular. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!